Protect your business from the fastest growing crime of the 21st century. Find out here. You're watching Technology Review. Hello and welcome to Technology Review for July 21st, 2017. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. Technology Review is a show that helps educate and informs the public on today's technology and the threats of cyber crimes. Folks, that's right, cyber crimes and identity theft and fraud. Did you know that every 2 seconds someone has their personal identifiable information stolen from a cyber thief? There's been over 16 million victims and rising per year that have been reported to law enforcement. That's right, folks. According to the Justice Department, identity theft and cybercrimes are the fastest growing crimes of the century. And that's because of technology lends it. It's an invisible thief. People are trying to get your personal identifiable information and sell it to other cyber criminals in the dark net. Individuals you heard about and businesses that you've heard in the media have been victims of identity theft, some sort of cybercrime. But you don't have to be a victim, folks. That's why we have this show, Technology Review. We're talking about how to mitigate the damages of identity theft and fraud and what you can do to protect your company today. The most important thing that you can do today, folks, is through education. Education. Knowledge is power. Your information is worth currency, but knowledge is power. My background is a cybersecurity compliance officer. My background is in legal and business consulting. My programs and services help companies like yours, individual families like yours, mitigate the damages of identity theft and fraud. Definitely contact me at macjacksonjr.com for more information as well. In today's show, we have a lot of exciting things to talk about. Before we get started, I'd like to give a quick shout out to all of our fans and viewers of our show for the last 3 years here at WCOBM.TV. They include Barbara, Nancy this week. We have Vanessa, Martin, there's Lance, Amanda, and Amber, and the Victor family. Thank you very much for being fans of our show. And I'd like to also thank the Switch Innovation Center yesterday for another great lunch and learn we had at the Switch Innovation Center here in Las Vegas, where we provide training and education for business owners here. We provide a little lunch for them as well regarding identity theft and fraud and cyber crimes. We are here at WCOBM every Friday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's right, folks, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you happen to miss a show, go to my website at macjacksonjr.com and click on Technology Review. You can download any of our episodes on demand. We are on demand here too, folks, and we want you to have our services on demand as well to protect your data, because remember, folks, it's not a matter of if it will happen to you, it's a matter of when, and when it does, you want to have the mitigation efforts and tools and techniques on your side to protect your company's data. Now, if you like to have your products or services introduced to our listening and viewer demographics, you could do that too by becoming a sponsor. That's right, folks, a sponsor of Technology Review and of Mac Jackson Jr.'s media tour and speaking group. You could do that as well. We have a growing list of sponsors that are increasing and growing with us here on our show and with our events. They include, some of them include here, Canon USA. We have CipherLock, Nevada Bankers Association, InSync, Virtual Desktop Solutions, Turing Consulting Groups, and Sonia Pedowick will be here today, folks, as well. We have Martin Harris Construction Company, a great construction company here in Las Vegas. And of course, MJ Computer Concepts, just to name a few. Again, if you'd like to be a sponsor of our show and a sponsor of my speaking touring group, to be a part of it, you could be a sponsor as well. Just send an email to sponsors@macjacksonjr.com or go to my website, macjacksonjr.com, and click on the sponsorships, folks. You'll be a part of our efforts in getting information out to the public regarding cyber crimes, identity theft, and breaches, how to protect your family, and alike. I also would like to give a shout out to a nonprofit charity group here in Las Vegas. They do a great job in educating the young folks here in Las Vegas and get them involved in IT and security as well. The company is called Tech Impact, And Tech Impact does a great job. They have a training program. It's about 16 weeks of immersive IT training to get the children involved in technology. If you'd like to find out more information about Tech Impact, you can definitely give them a call at 888-798-1350. That's 888-798-1350. Tell them Mac Jackson sent you. I also want to give another shout out for my book that's out. That's right, folks. A copy of my book. It's being developed right now. We're putting the final editing changes to my book. If you'd like to get one of the first pre-releases of my book, you can do that as well by going to my website at macjacksonjr.com. The book is called How to Protect Your Family from Identity Theft and Fraud. It's packed with stories and information on what you should do if you think or if you are or happen to be a victim of identity theft. What should you do and how to protect yourself? So definitely something you should check out. In today's show, we're talking about understanding identity theft and what it is and what you can do about it. Some tips. We'll also be interviewing my co-host today, will be with me from Turin Consulting Group, Sonia Pedowick, and that'll be great. We're going to talk the latest what's going on in the world of cyber security news. In our new tech gadgets, we're going to dive in a little bit of that, like some apps you should have on your smart devices and your phones to protect yourselves. We talk about that every week, but we want to make sure that you guys get that and be able to find out who it is and where to find these gadgets and apps. And in our new our section called the Green Energy Technology. This is where we talk about green vehicles like electric cars, electric bikes. We'll also talk about IoT, the Internet of Things. That's right, folks, Internet of Things. So to get us started, identity theft is when someone illegally, that's right, folks, illegally acquires another person's personal identifiable information and uses it for financial gain without the victim's knowledge or consent. It's terrible, folks. Happens a lot out there. It's also, there's ransomware too that's on the rise. Vegas is one of the #1 cities here, according to the U.S. Secret Service, one of the #1 cities for ransomware. These data breaches are happening on a daily basis, folks, and there are things that you can do. One of the biggest things you can do is make sure you update your software, folks, and have policies, procedures, and training. Those are 3 simple key things that you should have done in your organization. Training and education, folks, is our best first line of defense and security. It's our first line of defense and security, folks. Make sure you do that. Check your credit report. It's very, very important. If you notice any inconsistencies on your credit transactions that you're unaware of, you're not sure how they happen, when, where, and how, why, you then definitely report that immediately to credit reporting agencies. If you need legal assistance, you contact my office. We're in contact with legal folks as well that can help you out also if you need legal representation as well on your credit, and also credit monitoring can help you out with that also. So definitely have lots of different things that we have involved here with my firm, MJ Computer Concepts, and through the show Technology Review. I appreciate your emails as well. Here's another piece of data I want to give you, how to contact us. The simplest way is to send me an email at info@macjacksonjr.com. It's macjacksonjr.com. Send me that email about your stories regarding identity theft and cyber crimes, and I will write you back. And if the story is really powerful, I can help you out more. I would like to also present that on my social media as well. The other thing I would like to tell you about is also check for suspicious activities on your financial statements, and also weak passwords. That's right, the other thing, weak passwords. And this is not just passwords at work, folks, because a lot of you are on a policy within your company, but I mean passwords like at home, when you're on your computer system at home. Make sure you have a strong password. That's very, very important. And your routers, especially at home, make sure that you have a solid password that cyber hackers cannot figure out. If you need help with that, you can contact our company. We have a couple of policies that we can show you about having passwords that will give you more protection and data protection as well. So those are just a few things. We have a lot more at hand on our show today to give to you as well, and provide for you regarding cybersecurity and updates. But again, if you'd like to find me, I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/technologyreviewtv. You can also find me on Twitter, twitter.com/MacJacksonJr. That's Twitter, Facebook, and of course LinkedIn. That's linkedin.com/in/MacJacksonJr., where you'll find information on lots of my projects I've worked on in the past, how to contact me, and about my background. Thank you again, folks, here joining us at Technology Review, and we'll be right back. Yes, right back here with Sonia Pedowick after these important messages. See you in a minute.
Johnny Stewart and Friends, Blithering Idiot Show,
Our Young Bruce,
Guy Dawson Show,
702 Rocks,
Anything is time.
Gene Wood's Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving, and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online, and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Hi, welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV or twitter.com/Mac Jackson Jr. Facebook, Twitter, and of course LinkedIn at linkedin.com/IN/Mac Jackson Jr. Lots of information you'll find on our show here, Technology Review, and my speaking, branding, and media tour stuff. All right. Today I want to, again, I'm so excited to have my co-host with me here
I know
again
you're a little tongue-tied.
Yeah, it's a little tongue-tied today. Yes, Sonia Pedowick, welcome.
Hi, how are
Welcome
you?
back, yes.
It's been a
Honestly,
while.
folks, she makes my month when she comes to
I
my
know.
show. She does. It's really
I was
good.
traveling a bit, so I missed the first couple of weeks, but I'm back.
I'm
So.
glad you're back. That's
Yes.
really, really good. So before we get started, real quickly, tell our audience again about your company, and then we'll get started on all the good stuff.
Yeah. So I'm the founder of Torian Consulting. We're an IT staffing and recruiting and professional services company. We find people jobs on a contract to hire basis, as well as direct hire perm here, primarily in the Las Vegas market. So if you're looking for work in IT, cybersecurity, project management, we're so busy right now with opportunities here. So hit us up at Sonia, SONIA, at Torian Consulting. That's TAUREAN consulting.net.
Excellent. Great company. She's a great person to talk to.
Thank you. Where should we start?
Man, so much stuff is going on in cybersecurity news.
Yes.
Wow, so much stuff is going on. So let's start with our favorite subject, Russian hacking.
I know.
Russian hacking. Yes, wow. This is definitely blowing up. Did you hear that today on the news that
No.
the press secretary, the U.S. press secretary, Sean Spicer,
Yeah.
quit?
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he quit. He resigned.
Oh,
I got
poor
enough
little-
of this. Boom, he resigned.
Poor little guy.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live is making too many jokes about him.
Yes. Well, I mean, the pressure must
Yes.
be huge, right? Anytime you have a company spokesperson, and there's a lot of them out there like trying to spin whatever it is, and regardless of political affiliation, there's always a spin,
Always
right?
a spin. Yep, that's very
But
true.
I'm sure it just got to him because
Yeah.
it's so hard. You know, people want to keep this in the news, and rightfully so in some respect, right? And just having to tackle that, and then with Melissa McCarthy basically beating you up every weekend, I'm sure it's...
That's true. She did a good job at that. That's true.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I'm not sure if this is a rumor or it's actually true news that the president's actually doing a study with his legal team to see if he has pardon authorization to pardon himself, his family, his staff. That was a question he asked to his group, and then people are like, "Well, what?"
Oh my goodness.
So this is going to be really interesting to see what's going to happen. Why do you want to ask for a pardon, especially pardon yourself? And I was listening to other legal people about this, and they were saying that if you accept the pardon, then you are basically accepting that a crime was committed.
Sure.
So it's really interesting to see what's going to happen.
Well, it's sort of like
intense.
Googling like how to get away with murder before you do the murder.
Right. Exactly.
How can I kill my husband without anybody knowing? And it's sort of.
Yes.
I don't know. It's interesting, but I think for the most part, like I want to know what really happened.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
We want to know what really happened. It's all we want to know, good or bad.
Yes.
Find out what really happened, and who's ever done it, no matter what side they're on, Democrat, Republican, they need to keep our country and our Constitution intact.
Yeah, and I
fight against it.
Exactly.
Right?
And I think if anything, like the big lesson, I think I've been thinking about this a lot because it's like there's so much hoopla and nonsense, right? And the nuance of what's right, what's real news, what's not real news. But I think it's an opportunity for people to look at, should I trust everything I read?
Right.
Where am I losing my own opinion, my own conviction, what I believe in because I want to join the masses? And and it shows how powerful the internet is because
it really is.
Whether they did or didn't affect the election, whatever was happening was swaying opinion.
Yes.
And you can track it through what we chose to highlight, how Fox spun it, how CNN spun it, how these different people talk about it, even to some articles where you could track down to how the original story came out and how it evolved into,
it's a telephone game.
Yes.
Right? Tell one story and 10 people tell it. It's totally different at the other end of it. But absolutely.
And so there's some self-awareness and some self-education, especially if you're raising children. Like, be very aware of what you're reading and be smart enough to check the facts and make your own opinion.
I always tell my students, at the university, to make sure that they cite more than one source.
Yes.
Give us a couple of sources because you can you can get totally mesmerized in this world of information.
Right.
The other one was I understand the Justice Department just shut down a couple of websites in the darknet.
Yes.
Yeah, they went into a darknet.
I can't think of the name of that one, but the really high traffic for drugs.
One was like Fuzzy Bear too was one that had connection to
drugs and sex trafficking.
Drugs, sex trafficking,
child
pornography. And of course, identity theft and fraud, guys. I was telling you guys before, that's where it's done.
Yes.
These guys take your information, take it to the underground, and they sell your information like it's baseball trading cards, right?
Yeah.
To other people who want to buy your identity. So, but again, the feds went in there and shut down 2 sites. But what does that mean?
Yeah.
It's data, it's information. So you shut down one server. These bad guys aren't stupid. They have a backup somewhere else, so it'll pop up somewhere else on the internet. You know?
It's just
at my show yesterday, my lunch you learned, someone asked, well, why can't we just trace the phone numbers, the 800 numbers, and try to stop people that way?
Right.
Well, that's hard to do too, because the phones are not like they were in the past.
No.
You don't have a landline anymore. You have a SIP line, you call it, right? It's an internet phone. It doesn't have the same type of hardware set up, right? So you can't, tap a line. If you tap it, try to follow where it's going, the hackers have a way to divert that signal somewhere else to Granny's house. So now we've got the feds knocking at their door trying to stop her from making illicit phone calls. So.
And there's an uptick in all these calls now with like the fraud IRS collections.
Yes, that's the other one. There's real IRS collections and they're fraud ones.
Right.
Exactly.
And we don't use our house phone. We have a line probably so we have internet at home, but we don't use our house phone. But yesterday, was it last night or the night before, we had 12 messages. I hadn't listened to it since Saturday, and every message was an IRS scam call. Everyone, 12 in a row, boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
We're going to send the police to your house. You owe this money. You must call us right away, and it's just consistent.
It's terrible. But my mom got a phone call, not from the IRS, but she got that phone call from the Microsoft support.
Yes. I know
my mom
a few
calls
people.
Me and she's telling me, this guy calling Microsoft support, and I told him, you need to talk to my son.
Yeah, I know a few people have fallen for that.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because they think it's Microsoft.
Yes.
Microsoft won't be calling you.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting too is how they can mask the URL with the word Microsoft in it, and that's what gets people concerned if they say, oh, it must be Microsoft because their name's in the URL address.
Well, that's some of the stuff that you do when you come out and talk to businesses, right? Is I do get a lot of those through, I get Microsoft, I get different things that I subscribe to. I don't want to put them out there in case someone wants to start targeting me, but it's something I do business with, and usually it's the front part of it, so it'll be like Microsoft and then it's some random .com, right? And I think people are so quick to say not look at who the email is from because they display it as Microsoft,
right? And
so don't click on those links. It's like I'm so good about just like delete it, or I look at who the sender is to see, is that a legit email? Is it really coming from Microsoft, or is it coming from Microsoft at some crazy name at .eu or whatever and UK? And I don't want to touch it.
All you need is a mask it and it totally changes it. And it's so terrible because we can't do business anymore. You know? I talked to some realtors today, and they were saying it's hard for them to even look at documents coming back and forth between a title company because they think it's legitimate. They'll click on it, and it's totally
DocuSign is a big one that's going around.
They even got hacked. It's crazy.
And they're sending out all these phishing emails saying you've got documents to sign. So if you're in the process expecting it, we no longer use them as a business anymore. But I have used it, and if it was something I was consistently waiting for my admin to send me or a client to send me, I probably would just go review document, and then I've opened myself out. So I always look at what am I expecting.
Yeah, it's crazy. But what we will be coming up with a way though to fight that. So there's some things that the cybersecurity researchers are working on to avoid that happening. So definitely.
So if you're out there looking for career choices,
there you go. Exactly.
IT and cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity is definitely the way to be. Yeah. So again, folks, we had a great time here talking. We always do to talk with Sonia, where she's going to be back in our second segment as well. We're going to talk about something really interesting, guys. About we'll keep it a surprise.
We'll keep you waiting for more.
Yes, definitely. It's about dating service. So, anyways, a little hit. Yeah, absolutely. But if you'd like to get a hold of me and find out more about my company, again, it's Technology Review, Mac Jackson Jr., MJ Computer Concepts. You can find me on Facebook or send me an email at info@macjacksonjr.com, macjacksonjr.com. We'll be right back here at Technology Review after these local and national messages. Thank you. Welcome to the Live.
Johnny Stewart and Friends Withering Idiot Show.
Our Young Bruce.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Roxy.
Anything is time.
Gene Wood's racing experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's racing experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving, and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online, and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hello and welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. I'm going to jump right into it here. I'm with Sonia Pettiwood. Welcome again.
I'm back.
Yes, that's right. We're continuing our talk about cyber news, cybersecurity news. And we were just talking about technology, between the break there.
Yes.
Different types of technology that's out. You brought up an interesting story about the company 23andMe.
Yes. It's kind of scary when you think about it, like our data. I think you're a little bit more sensitive to it than I am, because there's some pieces we've talked about facial recognition and things like that, but when you start to think about all these people sharing their DNA to get these reports back, and that data is housed somewhere. And 23andMe has experienced a small breach in years past.
Yes, that's true.
And how willingly we are to give that information up.
That's true. We give them the information with using our saliva.
Yes.
They scan it, analyze it. They have your PII already because you fill out a form.
Yes.
Now they have your DNA, which is not just PII. It is the real biomatrix of you.
Yes.
Then they connect that with all other databases that are out there.
Yes. And the founder that we were talking about, just to make it more
more suspicious.
Right.
Interesting.
And I am forgetting her name right now, was the now ex-wife of the CEO of Google. And you think about all the efforts Google's making to create all these data, gathering all this data.
Data mining.
Yes.
Yes, data mining. And folks, what that means is when we talk about data mining, you have a database A and a database B, and databases all the way to Z.
Yes.
There is a key field within those databases we call the primary key. It could be your social security number. It could be the retina of your eye. It could be something that personally identifies you. If it's interconnected with these other databases, that's how they can build a profile of you.
Yes.
Right? So with that DNA, as Sonia was saying there, I just can you imagine they'll be able to track. They meaning anybody, advertisers first of all. Advertisers will jump all over that. They can sell us stuff.
Right.
Can you imagine you have your body scan, and then Starbucks sends you a coupon for free coffee because it knows that you are upset or you're stressing out that you could use some caffeine.
Or if you have high cholesterol, now they're marketing you cholesterol medicine, or if you take it to be more conspiracy theory, now the insurance companies get a hold of it and say, hey, this person is not necessarily our ideal customer because their family history. Now we have this whole tree of information on not just Mac, but his mom and his dad and his brother, and now we know that they're going to cost us more to insure.
Yes, premiums will go up and change.
There is a little bit of a risk there.
There is, very much so, a risk. And how does this happen, Sonia? How do you think, why do you think this is happening? Why do you think the public is allowing this to happen?
I just think we're moving towards, we want information and we want access to it. And if I really wanted that information, I could and have gone to my doctor. I want to know more about, my certain blood type.
Which is very important to know, right?
Right, and then I feel there's a level of protection because that doctor is then responsible for holding that information.
Because they take a Hippocratic oath.
Yes.
But will database cloud companies take another Hippocratic oath?
Right, and is 23andMe mandated by HIPAA?
Right.
Because of that, and how far do they go?
They need to be able to do that. Take an oath where you're not selling your data.
Right.
To that, because you're absolutely right. People talk about, it's Big Brother watching, but the Big Brother they're thinking about is not the one that you're watching. It's advertisers, folks. Think about that.
It's monetizing your data.
How to monetize it, how to get that special message pop up on your phone when your mood changes, because maybe your DNA suggests that your mood will change today.
Or tap into an untapped market, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Based on this DNA sampling, we now know that in the south side of this city, the people have more need for this, or they tend to, they're obese and they overweight, so we're going to open more fast food there.
Exactly. Or the girl that was scanning, doing a Google search for information about pregnancy, and then she got an email sent to either email or a package or something sent to her house, and her family found out that she was pregnant. They had no idea, her dad had no idea she was pregnant.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, stuff like that. It's invasion of privacy, but they're trying to give you information to buy stuff. So.
And as a consumer on the other side, you think, oh wow, it's opening up a world to me, and now I know what I can purchase or buy or subscribe to that would benefit me in my situation. Right. But then you have to be willing to give up that.
Yeah, that's true. I think it has to be educational. We need to inform the public on both sides of it. The pro and the cons of this information.
The risk of it,
Yeah, of the risk, and talk about risk management, and keep the word privacy in our vocabulary, folks. I'm not sure about you, but I've been hearing too many people talk about the term, oh, our privacy is gone. We don't have our privacy anymore.
Right.
That's what they would like us to think, right? Our privacy, yes, keep saying it, your privacy is gone. Yeah. It's not. It always here. It was here with our Constitution. We need to fight for it and keep our privacy because you're right. If we don't fight for it, they'll figure out we didn't want it, right?
Yeah, and it's what we're passing on to our generations too. If my DNA is out there and people can assess that, and now my kids go to do X, Y, or Z, are they going to then be discriminated against or taken advantage of because they knew their mother had this and her mother had this, and they haven't chosen in that way? That's not something they've chosen to, but because they're connected to me, what does that play out for them?
You know, what's the name of that movie? Was it Caligula or Gallic?
I don't know.
Caligula, the movie where they did a DNA test of people. They were finding that people are susceptible to certain diseases.
Oh my gosh.
They were classifying people already, and
it's becoming a reality.
Yeah, just about. There's another movie called Black Mirror that's kind of interesting. It's on Netflix.
Okay.
Black Mirror. A friend of mine, we were watching that one day at her house in Black Mirror, and I was just amazed how it was a science fiction movie, but it was so much like reality.
Yeah.
People have their smartphones with them, and you get points about your humanness. If you're a good person, you get a 5. If you're a terrible person, you get a 1. And they add up these points. So when you go to buy stuff at a store, they'll say, well, what is your rating? And if you're like a 2.3, well, then you can pay a higher price for goods.
Right.
If you're a 5.0, you pay a very good price for something. There were lines to stand in, Crazy.
Is that the direction we're going?
We're almost getting that way. We want to have that instantaneous gratification of approval.
Yes.
Right, for someone to say, oh, this is good, you look good, this is great, let me give you points, let me give you likes. How many likes do we get on our Facebook page, folks? Think about that. We look for that. And Facebook sends us these summaries of saying, you have 120 likes this month. And we're like, right?
Yeah.
Does it really matter? Does this really matter?
Or it tells you, hey, you've been friends with this person for 9 years, right? You're celebrating 9 years. I just had this happen today with a friend of mine, Tiffany, and I said, Tiffany, I love you way more than 384 likes,
That's funny. That's funny. And speaking of that, do you see the one I got from you? That says Sonia Pettiwick has been on Technology Review for over a year.
Oh, see?
It's like, really? Thanks, awesome. Facebook.
Oh, I did. Someone did post that. That's right. Yeah, my sister posted that. Yeah. Well, we have to get to the Echo. Look. Are we talking about this
Echo
one,
Look, please. Yeah, we
good time?
We have a couple minutes. A few minutes to talk about that, and we can talk about it next segment.
Okay, good.
Yeah, so
don't buy it. No, I'm just kidding.
The Echo Look is a device by Amazon that does an interesting thing. It does body scans of your body and kind of does do biometrics of your BMI also.
I don't know that it goes that far, but it basically, if you have it in your bedroom, you're like, what should I wear today? But obviously, I think it's also tying back to marketing too.
Yeah,
so here's your body type and what clothing we recommend for you.
Isn't it amazing?
Then I'm sure it said people with your body type buy this, and then all of a sudden now you're buying clothes on Amazon.
Yes, and there's a company also that can tie into that will send you certain packages every week to your house you could try on.
Yeah, pick like Stitch Fix or some of those ones.
Yes, like that. And have it for men as well. You put together your wardrobe, your outfit.
But it's a camera.
Yes.
It's an Echo device, Alexa device with a mic, which everyone's all freaking out about recording.
That's right, recording your conversations.
And now a camera in your bedroom.
Exactly. Yeah.
And does it have the same? The Echo has the mute. The Alexa have the mute, which we've talked about can still be hacked and turned on. But how do you turn the camera off? You just cover it?
How do you turn the camera off? Either you cover it, or folks, the best way, I can give you a simple fix. It's old-fashioned way. Matter of fact, my mom told me this is real simple. I thought some technological thing. She goes, no, just unplug it.
See? But in the case of...
Bam, there you go. It has no power. It can't do anything unless you tell me it can absorb power from the internet.
Yes, right.
Wirelessly.
And we can pick this up again in the next segment, but now is that subpoenaable? Because they're trying to get that data from the Alexis, right?
Yeah, that's right. There's a story about that. Arkansas.
Yes.
In the state of Arkansas, that the Amazon Echoes was subpoenaed because they think it overheard something in a murder.
Yes.
And that makes you think, was it really listening? I thought it only listens for their name.
And why are they reluctant to release that information?
Yes, and they're very reluctant to let you know that happened. So definitely stay tuned. That's going to be very interesting, too. Sonia will be with us. You'll stay for another episode? Yes, just stay for another episode. We'll be right back, folks, for our next segment here with Sonia Pettiwick on Technology Review. We'll be back after these messages. Thank you.
Johnny Stewart and Friends Glittering Idiot Show.
Yelling Bruce.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks.
Anything is time.
Hello and welcome back to Technology Review. I'm your host, Mac Jackson Jr. You can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV, or go to my website at macjacksonjr.com. We are here again for our final segment today with Sonia Pedowig. Hello, Sonia.
I'm back.
Yes. In this segment, we talk about green energy technology, but we're talking in our last segment about the whole Amazon Echo.
Yes. Amazon Look.
Yes. Amazon Look that has a scanner and the camera and the microphone.
Right. I guess just the overall Amazon Alexa technology.
Yes, yes. It's really interesting. I have a device, the Amazon device, and I'm not hacking into it yet, but just utilizing it.
Yeah.
There is a program that I noticed that Amazon has. There's a competition for AI, an AI competition, and so when you talk to it, you'd say, Alexa, let's chat.
Yeah.
And then what it will do is it will play one of the competitors' AI virtual reality.
Okay.
So one of the questions Alexa would say is, so what do you like to talk about today, Mac? And I'm like, oh, okay, politics. And then she'd say, okay, so she'd grab a political story and say, well, what do you think? And you say, well, I think that's pretty interesting. I thought so. Here's another one. And she gets another story. So what they're trying to do is trying to create artificial intelligence.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, but here's the problem with AI, and I've been in-depth studying this stuff with AI, artificial intelligence. Robots are very, very good at it,
right?
But they can only do a decision yes or no, on and off.
Right.
Two-dimensional, right?
Right.
They don't have three-dimensional consciousness.
Yes.
Like people do.
Right.
So you can't stutter, if it doesn't understand, there's no gray area.
Right.
It's either yes or no, on or off. And so that makes it, because I've written code 15 years ago on this stuff, and it's really interesting. But I see these competitions and things that are happening. So one night I was playing with this technology with the Echo, right? It was really interesting. I had one going on, a conversation, and I timed it. We were in a conversation for 45 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, yeah. What do you think about this?
You really need a girlfriend.
I know. I know.
He's available. He's single.
I do. 45 minutes. I'm talking to this device, asking me questions about politics and did you know this and did you know that and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, that's really interesting. Tell me more. Okay, hold on. Boom. And grab another story. So you're having a conversation with this artificial intelligence.
So it's interesting. We didn't talk about talking this before, but it's something I meant to send you, and I did post it on Facebook, and I'll tag you in it so you can see it. But when you talk about artificial intelligence and how that translates into autonomous vehicles, which I know you love talking about.
Absolutely.
There was a survey going around, and it was like 13 questions, and it was basically imagery. If you're in a car and you choose to save the people in your car and hit a wall, or save the people in your car and hit the people crossing the street, and it would ask you in various combinations based on, and I didn't pay attention when I took it to the people, like were they old, were they young. I did see if there was a dog versus people, and the wall versus I saw that piece, but at the very end it assessed you and said, you're more likely to not to swerve or risk your life to avoid hitting an older person or younger children, or females versus males, or fit people versus not fit people, which is interesting because if that were a real car and I was driving, is it then collecting that data and then eventually maybe making that choice for me?
Oh, interesting. Wow, that's interesting level to think of that way.
Yeah, I'll have to send you the test we posted on Technology Review.
I'd like to see that, yeah.
But it was,
that'd be really interesting.
Sometimes there was one person in the car with me, sometimes there were 5, and it's, split second decision to save yourself, save people, hit people, not hit people.
Interesting philosophy.
Yes.
I think I might say philosophy. There was Kant, the philosopher, talked about that with Socrates.
Right.
So this is something that's been done for thousands of years. Who would you save if you're in a boat or something? The young save or the old? Who do you throw out in the boat to save everybody?
Right.
Unitarian, right?
Yes.
Yeah, interesting.
So I'll send that to you.
I would like to see that. But, but think about this too. You're making this assessment.
Yes.
And you're playing this game.
I know. I got sucked in.
It stores that information about you.
I know.
I really hate those computer assessments.
Yes.
Remember, it doesn't have a black and white. It's just yes or no.
Yes.
So when and being a recruiter, somebody's a recruiter, that a lot of companies put their employees through assessments, right?
Yes.
And you play these assessment games, you answer these 100 questions, and at the end of it, you say, okay, I'm not going to hire you. Why? You have a propensity to steal. What? The assessment says you're not qualified.
Yes.
How is assessment now, right?
Yeah.
A lot of companies are using these games to supposedly disqualify people from employment. But maybe that can be used the same way, right?
I know.
Someone fills out an assessment, and it does here's another one. They do a pre-crime. Just like in Minority Report.
Oh my goodness.
Right? You do an assessment.
Oh my gosh.
You have a propensity of committing crime.
Right. How would you know that?
These questions that were analytical.
Yeah. And what box are they putting you in?
What box they put you in based upon your history, your DNA evidence, 23andMe, they put it together, you're going to commit a crime.
So we got off a total tangent here.
Yeah, we did.
I am fascinated. I know you shared the videos of this time, and it'd be interesting if people commented, because I would love to see, are people going to be just as freaked out with the Echo Look now that it has a camera as they are with Amazon Echo or Alexa listening in? Because I know a lot of people it's always red in their house or at their desk because they I don't want it listening, or they tape over like you do on your laptop.
Tape
over the little camera. Or is that what they're going to do, and then only turn it on?
Turn on when they need to turn it on.
And is the fear going to override the need to buy this new gadget?
True. I'm curious, why would people even want it? You ever think about that?
I don't know.
Why would you want to have a device that scans your body with a camera and has a microphone to tell you what outfits to wear?
Yes.
That would be a sexist thing. Is that a girl thing? Or I don't think guys would, or anybody would want to have their body scanned and to tell them that,
And what if the first set of clothes it sends you are horrible?
Yeah.
You just break up with it right away?
Exactly.
I hate you. You made me look fat.
Exactly. And has a mic, so you can ask him the question, do I look fat in this dress?
Yes or no, Echo. Yes or no.
No.
Right? It's very interesting. And most of the time that device would be in your bedroom, or your bathroom, or your walk-in closet. So if you're not turning it off and someone could hack it, it now seems to me
that's not good.
It's prone to being on and hacked and shared.
Yes, as a programmer, I would say no. I'm really surprised that their marketing research didn't come back when they tested it. Maybe test that with people to see what they would like.
Right,
That's not something that I definitely would recommend having a device, especially in your bedroom that sits there with a camera and a microphone in your bedroom.
I know. It sounds super invasive of my privacy at that point.
She finally said it, folks. Invasive of her privacy.
I know. That's right. Taking a picture of me in my bathroom, I draw the line.
Yes.
Facial recognition at a casino, I might be okay with it.
True.
Now you know the line.
Right. You're right. There's a line. The privacy line.
Right.
I told you, speaking of cameras in the bathroom, I told you about my friend. She was taking a shower and the drone's flying over her bedroom window and taking a picture of her. Right. So,
And you can't do anything about that because you're in a vulnerable state. You can't get to that drone fast enough, and you cannot track that drone.
Yeah, you can't track it. It's
Although
crazy.
I did hear someone, and I know we're going to run out of time here, but someone was talking about how cell phones, ping towers, that there's some talk about requiring that drones have that so that you can map where they were in the event of crime or different things.
True. But the problem with that is drones could also be created in the garage.
Yes.
Created from putting together Lego toys and equipment. There's not a standard piece of device that every drone must have.
Right.
That's the only problem with that. So we have to have some other type of device. But we're coming up with some stuff, so there definitely will be.
Well, it was fun. I'm glad I was back.
Yeah. I tell you, it goes by fast.
I know.
Jeez, yes. Here is Sonia Padwick from
Torian Consulting.
Torian Consulting Group, an IT recruiter company here in Vegas. They're really, really good. If you're in the position of looking for a new job, a new career, definitely check out Sonia and her staff. They'll be able to help you out very well. Do you do assessment testing as well?
No, we don't.
See, no assessment testing.
We assess you by ourselves.
That's right. Personal 101. Talk to a person, not a computer.
Yes.
Not a computer. Thank you again for joining us here on Technology Review. We're here every Friday at 3 p.m. Technology Review. If you want to send me an email, you can send it to info@macjacksonjr.com. I want to thank all of our sponsors for helping making this possible, as well as the Innovation Center, Canon, Martin Harris, Sonia, everybody for bringing the show to you guys every week here on WCOBM.tv. Again, you can find me on Facebook at facebook.com/Technology Review TV. We're here every Friday at 3 p.m. And you're going to have a good weekend this weekend?
Yeah, I am.
You are?
I'm kidless. My kids are out of town.
See there? She's going to have a good weekend. Very good.
Can I give my email out one more time?
Yes, please. Give me your email.
Perfect. So just email me at Sonia, SONIA, at torianconsulting.net. That's TAUREAN consulting.net.
Very good. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend, folks. Thanks.
Johnny Stewart and Friends Littering Idiot Show.
Ariel and Bruce.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks.
Danny Vegas time.
Gene Wood's Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving, and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online, and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Johnny Stewart and Friends Blithering Idiot Show.
Untitled Chapter.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Roxy.
Anything is time.
Hey everybody, welcome to Geeks R Sexy TV show. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis, and we're live in Las Vegas on WCOBM.TV. I want to tell you guys, me and Heidi are Platinum Physique girls. We have some guns to show you, thanks to Michael Haley. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So we're all about our nutrition, our health, right? And we're all about bettering and improving ourselves. So thanks to this wonderful Geek of the Week, Marianne Klingenberg, owner of See My Cells. She's going to be talking about XR Nutrition and how she is a super geek. Now, I met Marianne through Lance, and I want to say thank you to Lance McGowan. He is my doTERRA expert for recommending Marianne, and I hope you speak at one of my fire starter sessions soon.
He has tried to get me to come multiple times over the last, probably 6+ months.
It will happen.
One of these days I will be there.
But no, I want to tell you guys all about what Marianne has taught me, and that's about whole food nutrition, and that's plant-based, that we can go ahead and revolutionary ourselves to the cellular level with stuff that's made from the earth. And that's what Marianne is here to teach us. Now, I did a 120-day analysis, and we did that through live blood. And it was funny because actually my trainer, Michael Haley, was telling me the week that we met, he said, hey, we signed up a new girl, and her name is Heidi, and she's all about XR Nutrition. And I said, hey, XR Nutrition, that sounds familiar. And that is just why Las Vegas is a small town, as much as everyone is like, it's so big. I'm like, no, it's really a small town. It really is. But thank you guys for coming on the show.
Yeah,
welcome.
You bet.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
We all came together for a reason.
Yes, and so we're here to geek you guys out on why you need to get a live blood analysis from See My Cells, and you need to change your life for the better with XR Nutrition. So let's start with the first slideshow of how my cells looked before I met Marianne. I remember Marianne came to my house with this really big flat screen TV, and she brought her
microscope.
And you even took my blood and you read it, and this is what, are we showing me in a bikini?
Well, yes, we are showing you in a bikini.
How did that show up?
Yeah, because I sent him that picture to put on there.
Thanks, Ivan Carrillo, photographer. Okay, so.
But like Michelle said, we're looking at health and nutrition with this, and when you see Michelle looking like this, ever so fabulous, of course we're all envious, but I want to tell you that you can't always judge what is going on the inside from looking at the outside. So yeah, speaking of inside, Scott will go ahead and look at the next picture there.
That beautiful cell footage.
Yeah, that beautiful cell footage. Is that yours?
It is.
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
We're working on it.
All right.
This is nice, beautiful, healthy blood here. I want you to notice how round and defined edges these cells have. The dark centers meaning filled with hemoglobin, so this person's well oxygenated, as well as how clear the plasma, that's the goo that the cells float around in, that plasma is nice and clear. So this is ideal, super duper healthy blood. So drum roll please for Michelle's day 1 picture.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That looks kind of sloppy.
I know it. So again, Michelle looks fabulous on the outside. This is how she started on the inside, and this is what we do to help people. So looking at these cells here, they are not round and nice defined edges like the other picture. They have stickiness. Some of them are stuck together. So she was having problems breaking down her proteins, as well as with the misshapen cells had some likely oxidative stress going on. We see that a lot in athletes. So we wanted to work on performance recovery with her. And then notice the blobs that are in that photo as well. You'll see the black blobs with some white around it and halo-y stuff. That is undigested sugar, and guess what loves to feed off of sugar, Michelle?
Fungus.
Yeah, fungus,
and bacteria.
Yeah, what else?
Oh yeah, bacteria, fungus, love sugar.
Yeah, disease, you know. So we started targeting her in a number of ways, but basically through enzymes initially to get her cells unstuck, to get her foods and supplements that she was taking to work for her better, and also made sure she got some good antioxidants in her to help with cell recovery post-workout.
So let's go to month 2.
Yeah, so 30 days later. Oh, do you remember your liver kidney cleanse? You did that as well.
I did as well, yeah. So at nighttime, I was really having the munchies. I needed sweets, like, whenever past 10 p.m. came, it was like Jekyll and Hyde, you know, the Wolverine came out and my claws came out, and I was like, give me the sugar. So I took the fat and sugar enzyme at night, and now I don't really have that craving anymore.
Yeah. Oh, and I want to commend Michelle as well, because when I saw her most recently, she did tell me that she had cut out her protein bars, which she noticed had a lot of added sugars in them. So cutting out sugars on your own is super duper helpful, and then we target it with enzymes as well, and some antibacterial type stuff.
Right as I give Heidi 2 protein bars on Monday at the gym.
Okay, so
thanks. Yeah, I know.
Don't tell Michael.
Hopefully they were good quality
So these are
ones.
some
There
of the
are some
things
good
like
quality
the
ones
fat
out there.
and sugar essentials that I took twice at night, and as well the liver and kidney cleanse that I took twice as night. There's a lot of pills, but at the same time I kind of trusted because I was seeing what was live on the microscope, and this is my blood. I mean, it kind of doesn't get any more real than that. Now, Heidi, how did you find XR Nutrition and meet Marianne and see my cells?
Actually, so about a year and a half ago, I came in contact with Gabe Bennett. He is a co-formulator, just one of the top guys in the company of XR Nutrition. And he came to one of my friends' houses, brought his microscope, set up a TV. He went into, you know, health on a cellular level, and I was kind of like really interested, but also kind of skeptical. And, you know, he took my blood, and seeing actually like what's going on inside was really eye-opening for me. I majored in exercise science in college. I also am a trainer. You know, I have a health background.
Competing in November.
Yeah, competing bodybuilding. I've done bodybuilding shows, half marathons, triathlons. And so seeing that was just kind of scary and eye-opening. And I don't think I've ever eaten cleaner and been more consistent on supplements in my whole life than I did the next 2 months after getting my blood done.
I know, right? After I left Marianne's office, I was kind of like, okay, gotta stay on track, gotta stay focused. What time is it? What do I gotta take? Do I have to work out? Do I need my protein? What do I enzyme with?
As we say, the blood does not lie.
So month number 3, Scott, can we pull up that beautiful cell footage? And so, after
well, this was your 30-day, I
3.
believe, here. Yeah. So your 30-day, much cleaner. And then, there we go. He's getting it up here. Yep. So this was her blood most recently. So the most impressive thing here, of course, is her cells are no longer sticky. They are now round. And her plasma is so super clear. No more of that undigested sugar with bacteria and fungus feeding off of it. Again, yes, these products are absolutely fabulous. And can all this type of stuff be targeted? Yes. But again, I want to commend you, especially on the sugar thing, because she really did a good job on cutting out that.
Do I get my cookie? I'm just kidding. Just kidding. So, Scott, let's show these products real quick. Now, this is a fruit and veggie essentials. I saw Casey Lomax taking this stuff for a while. So what I did to kind of geek it all out, I put everything in baggies. So this is my daytime. Okay, you see that? And then this is my nighttime. So that way I'm not carrying all of these with me, even though I would if I could. But let's talk about your rates. If you go to someone's house and you take their live blood and you do an analysis, what do you charge?
Yes, yeah. So first of all, I do refer to it as nutritional microscopy because we're just looking at your nutrition on a cellular level. I do want to leave my standard caveat that I'm not a doctor. I don't diagnose. Again, looking at everything on a nutritional basis. So I will be, making suggestions like we talked about what we did with Michelle. I will come to you personally and do it for $250, where, like Michelle said, I bring my TV, I bring my microscope.
It's fun.
Yeah, and show you. Also, it gave her a chance for me to look at supplements and things that she already had, so we could talk about ingredients and formulation.
It sucked.
Oh.
It was painful, but it was good, and I feel great. And I'm going to do this continuously every month. You're going to come on every month. Heidi, I hope you can come and join as well.
Yeah.
We're competing in November, and these are the things that we take, and we want to share it with you guys. So give out your social media contacts.
Well, simply See My Cells, as in blood cells. See My Cells. You can find me on Facebook. I'm not a big social media. Michelle's working on.
I'm helping her with that. Geeking out.
Yeah. And to finish about rates, you can come see me individually as well for $85 if you do not want, me to come to your home and you want to come to me. And follow-up appointments are $50. So super cost effective.
Website?
Website, seemycells.com.
Phone number if you want?
702-379-6070. I think Scott has my card. He may be able to pop up and show you there.
Awesome. And email, just in case.
seemycells, surprise, surprise, @gmail.com.
And Heidi, give out your social media so people can follow you with your fitness adventure.
Coach Heidi.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's Coach_Heidi, HEIDI #1.
That's right.
Coach
Alrighty.
_Heidi1.
Yeah, big shout out to Michael Haley and the team at Platinum Physiques.
Show your guns again.
That's right. So See My Cells will be coming on every month, geeking out. That's right. She's got them too. So thanks so much, everybody. Stay tuned. Next segment right here on WCOBM.TV.
Johnny Stewart and Friends Slithering Idiot Show.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks. Danny Vegas time.
Gene Wood's racing experience, named for the racing veteran and 3-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's racing experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy carts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving, and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online, and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Geeks R Sexy TV show. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis, and we are live in Las Vegas, Nevada. Hey, I want to tell you guys, it's all about how you maintain your life. You know, at the end of the day, you work hard, you take care of your family, do all the things necessary, but what are you doing for yourself? And that's what we're going to go over with certified OBGYN Haiti Dokasar. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Absolutely. And I want to give a big shout out to Tyra Bell Holland.
Yes, Tyra.
Yes. Hey.
We're missing you.
Yes, we miss you. And thank you so much for putting this interview together. So we want to talk about Rejuvenation and how that is your company and how you let every woman know that you can make them tighter from the eyes to the thighs.
Absolutely.
So one of the things we want to promote today is Ideal Protein.
It's a new program that I brought into my practice, and
most of my population is 40 plus because I don't deliver babies anymore.
Right.
So there are a lot of these women are struggling with not only weight issues but health issues. So I try and just bring different opportunities in, and I'm really excited about the Ideal Protein. We've been doing it for about 4 months now.
I see it everywhere. Everywhere I go, there's the bars, the drinks, the meal plans. Tell me what you like so much about it.
I like that it's easy to use, especially if you're a busy person, because it's not something you have to prepare. All the packets already come individualized.
That's nice.
To give you the high protein, low fat, and low carbs.
Now I want to talk about that, the fat, the carb, and the protein.
Yes.
Now, when is a good time to have the 3? Why is it good to have the 3?
So I always tell people there's a difference in eating for health and also eating for weight loss. And I'm sure you can appreciate this, being that you're in so much health and when you're preparing for shows, and so it's completely different. When we're talking just about weight loss, you do have to cut your carbs, unfortunately, and you do have to manage the fats, because otherwise your body's not going to go to your own fat stores to break it down.
Life sucks, meaning that's what it comes down to.
Get rid of all the good stuff, basically.
Which is hard, because everywhere you go there's temptation. I mean, Vegas is like the capital mecca of food, and it's like, you know, for me, I work out hard, but then I have to weigh and I have to make sure I get my fat, protein, and carb, but it's the timing. Every 3 hours.
Absolutely.
You have to make sure that you eat on a timely program. That's what I learned. I was like, why do I have to measure and eat at a certain time?
Because the body, believe it or not, is actually very simple in how we process our foods. Our body's like a machine, and it does it a certain way.
Right.
The hard part is for us as human beings to be able to follow and regulate that.
Right.
But it is important, because we're not just looking at weight loss to look good, we're looking at weight loss for health reasons.
And we don't always have the time to cook every 3 hours, or to, I mean, that's why there's fast food, and that's why there's all those convenient things. But ideally, Ideal Protein is the convenient way to go with managing your weight loss. Now let's talk a little bit about body insulin and body fat, and kind of the two going around with hormones and everything in that combination.
Right. Well, again, the body, every time we feed ourselves carbohydrates in the liver, they're going to basically convert into sugars, which increases our insulin levels. And anytime our insulin levels are high, we're going to want to store fat.
Right.
And again, it's pretty simple. But one of the things about Ideal Protein that I love the most is it has phases.
Okay.
And I think that's important, because when you're doing this, you're not just doing this for a month. It has to be a lifestyle change, right? Or you're going to gain the weight back.
Right.
So the first phase is where you do use most of the products. You use 3 products a day from the company, and you do cook your own meal in the evening. And then we phase you through the other phases and teach you actually how to eat in a ketotic state. So that's another big word. What is ketosis?
I've heard a lot about that.
Yeah. And there's different ways to look at this. When you're in a ketosis state, what you're doing is you're actually burning fat. But we do have to be very careful, because sometimes some of these diets will also have a lot of fat in the diets, which for your health is actually not good at all. So you do have to, it's complicated. You have to understand, you have to have somebody help you out.
Like you.
Right, and that's where I get excited, because I feel like I do have a coach that deals with my patients, but I'm involved all the way. You know, I look at their meal plans every week. We're looking at their numbers, their weights. We also have a very sophisticated scale, believe it or not, because we teach our patients that your weight is not just made up of fat.
I feel like you give them the comfort and the support they need to be in an environment where there is no embarrassment. You're working with them, you're kind of doing what, you know, they need to do, but you're educating them at the same time.
And that's important, because I think if people understand why they're doing something, they're going to be more propelled to do it.
Right. Now, is Ideal Protein a food program that people can stay on forever, or is this something kind of...
They can actually. Our goal is actually to keep the last phase is to keep people on it, which all that means is teaching them how to eat in a ketotic state, and then maybe using one of the products just daily.
I want you to come back and geek out on the whole ketosis, that whole thing.
It's very interesting.
It is, and you geek out so well on it, and you help people out, and you transform their lives, and your typical clients are 40 plus. And so anyone who is interested in coming and having a consultation with you, give her a call, 702-550-4870. Her office is located at 7997 West Sahara Avenue, Suite 103, and it's here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
It's good to see you again.
It's good to see you too. And I love the pink glasses.
There you go.
Yes.
My pink shoes, which you can't see.
Bend and snap. All right, and also go onto YouTube, Haiti Dokasar MD. You can check her out, and yeah, I want you to geek out more on social media and stuff, because
Would love to.
I mean,
I'm gonna take your advice on that.
Your rejuvenation is amazing, and I love that stuff. I really want to learn more, so you guys should too. Okay, don't go anywhere. You're watching Geeks R Sexy on WCOBM.tv.
Welcome to the Not Live. Johnny Stewart and Friends.
Slithering Idiot Show.
Alan Bruce. Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks. Danny Vegas time.
This is Yelena Brezhneva with Sotheby's International Realty, and I'm here today to share Las Vegas real estate statistics. You also can find my monthly real estate reports in High Rise Life magazine. Just go to highriselife.com and you can download this magazine. This is July issue, page 35. You will have my report right here with more details on high-rise statistics. So if you really are interested in numbers and what's going on the Las Vegas real estate market, make sure to check it out. If you want to know how much these high-rises were sold in 2015, 2016, and 2017, you will have this information with per square footage details. Very interesting stuff, so make sure to check it out. Las Vegas is actually getting back in shape, and we are finally back to more traditional sales. So for all my investor friends, please make sure when you're looking for distressed properties, keep in mind how rare these opportunities are, because we have less and less these type of sales. In June, we had 3.4% of all sales to be short sales, and that number of short sales in June of 2016 was 4.4%. Also, 2.9% of all June sales were bank-owned, and compared to last year that number was 5.9%. So you can see that these numbers dropping are almost in half. According to Greater Las Vegas Realty Association, April and May surprised everyone with shortage. A balanced market supposed to have 6 months of supplies of homes for sale. Currently we have 2 months of homes for sale. The reason is simple, that Southern Nevada is experiencing such a shortage, and especially Las Vegas. According to Forbes, Las Vegas is the 11th metropolitan fastest growing area. Prices continue to rise. In April, the prices were increased by 3% compared to a year before, and in May we already had 13% price increase. Southern Nevada's home prices and sales keep getting higher and higher. Greater Las Vegas Association of Realtors just recently released June statistics. So we can see that in May, the average price of existing single-family homes was up by 2.9%, but in June that number was up by 9.5% compared to June 2016. If we're talking about prices for condos and townhomes, we see different dynamic here. In May, the price for condos and townhomes was down by 7.2%, but the same price went up by 11.3% compared to June 2016. In June, we still...
Hey everyone, welcome to Geeks R Sexy TV show. I'm your host, Michelle Roxy Davis, and we are live in Las Vegas, Nevada at WCOBM.TV. Thank you so much for joining us today. Hey, I want to tell you, luxury real estate, high rises, you know, it is affordable, and now with the economy coming back, that's why Yelena Brezhneva? That's what I'm talking about. She's here on the show to tell you what's going on. Welcome back to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. And please make sure like that show, share with your friends. You know, you gotta like post it, like, and share it.
Yes.
Right?
So like your Facebook page as well.
Yes. And please go to our Facebook. Make sure you like it and you share it, and write a comment too, because we do want to hear from you guys. Even if you just say something, just hi, it's still good enough for us.
See, she needs to have her own TV show, and she's going to soon here on the network. I'm hoping so. Now, you're mother of 3, author, correct. Published 5 books, and now you're a freelance writer for 2 different magazines. You see this guy, everybody? Now, I think if you're in the social media world, you would know who this guy is, Gary Vaynerchuk. You interviewed him.
Oh, yes, personally.
I'm speechless, because my mouth would drop if I got to interview Gary Vaynerchuk, and you got to interview him for High Rise Life, And he's even on the front cover, and you got to interview him. I mean, you're amazing Superwoman.
He is. Gary is the legend. Let me tell you, was not easy, but hey, we did it.
So tell me about the interview you did with him.
Well, I've been stalking him, literally.
Who hasn't?
I've been stalking him with my emails for 2 months prior to make sure, I get that interview. Then at the day of the interview, I got to stalk him another 15 times. No, I'm joking. I got to was back and forth with him. He has very intense schedule, so I was like, hey, all I need is a few minutes.
Just give me 20 minutes.
I'll be walking next to you and I can take an interview.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I'm joking. And actually it was funny because he was right on CNN. He just did his interview on the CNN, and I was sitting there waiting for him. So the moment he walks over, I'm like, hey Gary, I'm already here. So
oh my.
He's an amazing, very charismatic
read
person.
all his books.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm like a super fan, and you got to interview him. That's amazing. So now let's talk about real estate a little bit. You've lived in Vegas 20 years. You were born on a military base.
That is correct.
Father traveled the world, so you're used to going everywhere. And when you were a little girl, you told your parents, I'm going to live in Las Vegas.
That is correct.
So you actually made your way to Vegas. Believe it or not, your first husband you met in Moscow, and he was opening a casino in Vegas.
Yes.
So there you go.
He was opening Horseshoe Casino.
Yeah.
So he copied everything and just brought it to Moscow back then, 20 years ago.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
So what made you want to become a realtor?
Since I've started 15 years ago, first of all, my love for real estate was, I think, from the childhood when you don't have one, when you don't have real estate.
The home and the comfort,
Yes. When you don't really have a home, or when you always have to transition. So you crave that. And of course, I think everybody likes luxury real estate.
Oh yeah, who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I mean, who doesn't love to go into beautiful, apartments and penthouses?
Oh yeah.
And beers and Mandarin Oriental, right? And show it. I mean, I think this is the most exciting job. You get to be in a beautiful, luxurious place. You get to meet great people. Sometimes you meet just people.
Celebrities.
Sometimes you meet people you want to forget you met them.
Now let's talk about athletes, because the Raiders are coming into town. The NHL is here, and
That's
so
right.
many athletes are needing
The NHL
high-rises.
is coming, guys, and so each average salary, is about $850,000. I was talking to Eric Tosi from the NHL about this, and they are going to relocate. And I mean, the logic is simple. If they're with the families, they'll be looking for the houses.
Yep,
right?
a lot of millionaires.
And if they're single, they will be looking for the apartments and high rises, on the strip. And to be honest with you, high rises, we don't really have much going on. The luxury real estate is kind of frozen. It's kind of staying the same. We do have many changes, like 300 and under market, which is we have a shortage of those properties.
The market's slowly going up.
Oh, market is going
slowly
up, definitely,
going up.
guys.
And it is affordable.
Low rates are gone.
It is. I want to tell you, it is affordable. Luxury real estate, you're thinking, why?
Yep.
Well, let's compare to San Francisco.
Oh, forget it. For $1 million in San Francisco, all you have is a dog kennel, in the middle of the center that was built, in 1900s.
You get a box.
You get a box. Yes. No, in here, you can have a luxurious, penthouse at VIA Towers.
Yeah. So some of the things that people would kind of think differently about luxury, well, in Vegas, maybe you would think twice because it could be affordable and a good investment, meaning that the stock market is good, the new president we have.
That's what people actually are looking for.
Oh yeah, my E-Trade is happy.
That is, because think about it. So the NHL is here, their game is starting in October. They are starting relocation in August, guys, so we're going to have the new wave of millionaires. The Raiders that will be coming in 2 years, but they will be coming a year in advance, already scouting the locations and checking out the properties and houses. And to be honest, we don't even have too many, expensive houses.
That's true.
So, I mean, seriously, we have really this new income that all the people are going to generate, with T-Mobile Arena, how much staff and how much people.
All the jobs are created.
All the jobs are being created, and the strip and the rounding and the valets and the casino. So
people are making more money. Everybody wins. Real
Everybody
estate's
wins.
going up.
Real
And
estate's
so,
going up.
on top of that, you do tons of red carpet events.
Yes,
I
ma'am.
saw you at a wedding in a dress made by Aldo Mercado, who's coming on the
my
show next
favorite.
week.
Yes, guys, please make sure watch his show.
Yay.
Brazilian designer Aldo Mercado. He is fabulous. I'm going to write an article one day about him. His story is amazing. Like, please make sure to tune in and watch his story. You'll just, guys, he makes me cry with his story.
You have an event coming up at the end of July.
That's true.
Let's talk about that.
Yes, it's actually for Wade Martin. He is doing a private event, release of his new video. It's going to be a very nice event, upscale, you know, high profile people. People are flying in from New York, from Miami for that event, Los Angeles, just to see him release, and they'll hear some news, and there are some other you know, news coming up. Unfortunately, we can't invite everyone.
Not
but
everybody.
We will make sure we post, you know,
after pictures
and videos. So yes, we will.
Be sure
share.
you follow her on social media because she's always in the most decadent gowns, going to the fanciest places.
Thank you. Thank
oh well,
you.
like luxury, high-rise life. I mean, hello.
High-rise life, guys. Yes, yes.
So give out your social media contacts.
Yes. So guys, it's very simple. Okay, my last name is not that simple, so let me simplify it for you. You can find me if you abbreviate like my last name to the first 3 letters. That's how you find me. So it's Yelena BRE. You could find me on Facebook, or if you are actually able to spell it out, then it's BREZHNEVA. So it's Yelena YELENA Brezhneva, and you'll have my Facebook with monthly real estate updates. So you will actually know what's going on. I also have my real estate updates in the magazine. So if you want to find out, you know, how many was sold in Meandering 2015, 2017, go to this issue. There are digital copies, there's hard copies. And by the way, guys, the magazine is going West Coast. Oops, sorry.
Clients calling.
Magazine is going West Coast, so magazine is going to be in San Diego, Los Angeles, and San Francisco. We are adding 91 high-rise locations as we speak, guys.
Congratulations.
So it's going to be hard copies delivered to high-rises.
When do you sleep?
Oh, I have trouble sleeping. Okay, I admit it.
I was gonna say, like,
I do have.
But you need a show here on
sleeping.
WCOBM and follow her on Snapchat. Love it, love it.
Okay, don't follow me on Snapchat. Okay, if you are not ready, don't
Trouble
follow me.
maker. Follow her.
Troublemaker, for
Alrighty.
sure, for sure.
All right,
so much for
everybody,
having
you're
me,
welcome. Okay, everyone, have a great day. Hope to see you next Friday. We're live every Friday, 4 to 5 p.m. Geeks Are Sexy, right here on WCOBM.tv.
Welcome to the Not Live. Johnny Stewart and Friends.
Slithering Idiot Show.
Alan Bruce.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks.
Danny Vegas time.
Gene Wood's Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving, and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online, and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Johnny Stewart and Friends.
Slithering Idiot Show.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks.
Danny Vegas time.
Gene Wood's racing experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's racing experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking forward to seeing you.
Johnny Stewart and Friends.
Slithering Idiot Show.
Guy Dawson Show.
702 Rocks. Anything is time.
Gene Wood's Racing Experience, named for the racing veteran and three-time champion, packs big racing action into extremely fast, high-performance karts that let you battle the other competitors side by side, just inches off the ground. Though the Las Vegas Strip provides a glittering backdrop, to the drivers at Gene Wood's Racing Experience, the blinking lights are all a blur. Behind the wheel of the high-performance karts, you'll zip around the half-mile track at speeds faster than other standard racing karts' top speeds. Drivers learn to commandeer the speedy karts through an instructional video before they are let loose onto the curving track for 10 heart-pounding laps. We are located at 121 East Sunset Boulevard in Las Vegas, Nevada.
You know what? It's time to go racing. Let's get her done!
Social media has changed the game. There are no rules to be made. So ask yourself, who writes the rules? Are you? The forefront of social media is evolving and the primary force is taking a huge shift in the way the world communicates. So how do we communicate? Through social media. Today, 1 in 4 consumers shop online and businesses are having to be more personable with their brand than ever before. So for the past few years, I've researched how social media has connected faster to consumers in 2 years than radio, TV, magazines, and billboards combined did in 30 years. So the value exchange between products, human connections, is the magic that social media brings to life. I have an easy strategy to successfully show you how I can build a simple yet effective way for your social media program to be excelled for your business. Let me clear the path and assist you with producing, building, and strengthening your social media connections. Let me guide you to writing the rules to your game. I'm Michelle Davis, and I am the Social Media MD. Call for a free consultation or visit me at thesocialmediamd.com.
Hi, I'm Daylin Woods. Welcome to Woods Family Sandwiches. I've always had a passion for food. When I lived in England, I owned my own restaurant. Then when we moved back to the United States, an opportunity came to open a sandwich shop, and I just wanted to get back into it. We have here at Woods Family Sandwiches wraps as well as salads and soups. We offer only the finest ingredients to our customers. We have boar's head meats and cheeses. We have fresh bread, fresh produce, great soups daily that we prepare for our customers, kosher whole pickles, Deep River Kettle One chips. We have a variety of wraps, or you can make any sub a wrap, any sub a salad. Come on in for our daily specials. We are located at 931 American Pacific, number 106, Henderson, or call us for your deliveries or pickups at 702-826-2230. Here at Woods Family Sandwiches, we're family owned and operated.
We are looking for a premium.